A new generation of African writers is now celebrated around the world. The opportunity to revisit the classics of the continent's literature. This is how in Accra, the Anglo-Ghanaian Sylvia Arthur had the idea of developing her personal collection into a library of 4,000 books to pay tribute to Africa's contribution to world literature and to encourage young authors. Our journalist John Award, visited this exceptional place. Take a look.
Ghana's burgeoning literary scene has received a significant boost with the introduction of the Library of Africa and the African Diaspora, Ghana's first subscription model library, founded by Ghanaian-British writer Sylvia Arthur. It's in the heart of Accra.
In Ghana, there is a lack of access to culturally relevant books. And when I say culturally relevant books, I mean books that are reflective of the people who are reading them. So we are a library that focuses on books by writers of African descent. And when we say African descent, we mean African, African American, Caribbean, Black British, Black European.
Sylvia Arthur is a book enthusiast with over 4,000 books in her personal collection. Her collection includes some very rare autographed books by Kwame Nkrumah.
So in this display cabinet here, we have books that are rare and out of print and signed, and they're very difficult to get hold of today. One of them is Kwame Nkrumah's signed autobiography, Ghana My Autobiography, signed by Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana in 1963. Below that, we have a whole collection of signed first edition Aikwe Amar books. Aikwe Amar, famous Ghanaian writer, probably best known for his 1968 book, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. I call him Ghana's Chinua Achebe, but his books are very difficult to get hold of, let alone to get first editions and rares, and so we have a whole collection down there. And then above on the display cabinet here, we have Kamara Lai, The Dark Child. Kamara Lai, Guinean writer.
Sylvia opened the library in 2017, using 1,300 books from her personal collection and making many rare works accessible to Ghanaians for the first time. The library currently serves a broad spectrum of patrons, from professionals to school children and students, as well as musicians. Sylvia aims to use her library to support the country's literary scene, which, while currently struggling, has great potential. She occasionally holds seminars and workshops for writers and other literary creatives, transforming her space into a collaborative environment where Ghanaian writers and book lovers can share ideas.
One of the ways we try to get around people's kind of reluctance to read is that we host a number of events in this space. So it's not just a library that's, a dead space for books. We have music performances, we have spoken word events, we have film screenings. We do a ton of events that bring people into the library so that they're not necessarily coming here for the books initially.
The library operates on a subscription basis. Members pay roughly $8 a month to borrow up to 2 books at a time. Children pay $3.50 and can take 4 books. Foziatu Moro, a graduate student of the University of Ghana, is a patron of the Library of Africa and the African Diaspora. Over the last 2 years, she has found the library a useful resource for her academic work and for her own ambitions as a fictional writer.
I see myself writing beyond the academic works that I would ordinarily write if I go into academia. I see myself writing creative nonfiction because then I'm almost around facts all the time, so it's very difficult to move beyond facts to fiction. And being here, I have been introduced to so many forms of creative nonfiction which have widened or broadened my scope about the genre and how, as a historian who deals with fact, can maneuver my way around it and produce creative nonfiction as well. So yes, I aspire to write, and I feel this is like the perfect setting for me.
Most of the people who come to this library, whether they're members of book clubs, whether they're just interested in books and want to be in the space, I would say are mainly women.
The library is a sure way to impact the reading culture of Ghanaians and spur an interest, particularly in Africa's own literary arts.